Good afternoon and welcome. You're in for a huge treat. My name is Jeanne Reynolds and I have the great privilege of supervising performing arts programs for Pinellas County Schools. And we have some extraordinary kids on stage for you today, and just kids have worked really, really hard. It's going to be some great music. This is our last in a series of all-county concerts. We've had an elementary concert, we've had an orchestra concert, a band concert, a chorus concert at the Mahaffey Theaters, and Ruth Eckerd. So we're excited about this being our culminating event. We have wonderful conductors this afternoon, and we'll have our coordinators introduce them to you. We have great educators, and one of them you may not get to see conduct because all her work has been done ahead of time. And I would really like to recognize our vocal jazz director, Rosemary Collins, if she's in the room. And if not, we have wonderful coordinators. Andrew Bone has coordinated the middle school, and Steve Harris has coordinated the high school group, and Rosemary Collins has coordinated and conducted. You're in for an amazing, amazing treat. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and I'm going to turn it over to our coordinator, Andrew Bone, who will introduce our first group. Mr. Bone?
Hi, welcome. As Jeanne said, my name's Andrew Bone. I'm the band and orchestra director at Meadowlawn Middle School, just up the road. Our clinician this year is local. His name is Michael Kernodle, and he's the band director at Lakewood High School, just down the road. And let me tell you, these past few days have been so much fun. For me as an educator, getting to see him just teach, and for me as a avid music lover, getting to hear these fantastic kids get better each time. This is going to be awesome. To tell you a little bit about Mr. Kernodle, he is a true jazzer. His jazz bands are known all over the state and on the national level. They're going to be playing 4 charts for you, and the order that they'll be performing them is as follows. They'll start out with Sticks, Walkin' Shoes, El Fino del Verano, and then Avenue Swing. Let's give our 2018 middle school all-county clinician, Mr. Michael Kernodle, a round of applause.
Good afternoon. Okay, now this is a jazz crowd. You're gonna have to talk back to me. Good afternoon, everyone. Now that sounds like a jazz crowd. My name is Michael Cornodle. I am honored to be before you today. We had a couple of soloists today on this chart. We had Ryan on the alto saxophone. We had Nick up there on the trumpet. They're already swinging. Let's give it up for them. So that first piece that you just heard was called Sticks. It was by Cannonball Adderley, which grew up right here in the state of Florida, one of our favorite saxophonists. Went to FAMU University and played right here in Florida. So this is a very popular piece. Are you enjoying yourself so far? Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and keep it swinging. We're gonna take you on a walk. Anybody feel like putting their walking shoes on? It's such a beautiful day out here, so we're gonna take you, we're gonna walk by the beach and maybe see a sunset. So we're gonna play the next piece. It's called Walking Shoes. We're gonna feature a couple more solos, so buckle up, here we go. All right, on the trumpet, we have Nick Ivy on the trumpet. Also, we have a tenor saxophone, Ethan Abercrombie. All right, are you having fun so far? Now, it's totally okay to clap your hands and stomp your feet, just as long as you clap on the right beat. Can you do that for us? I hope you're having fun. It's such an honor to be before you, especially honoring Frank Williams III. He was the first person I met when I came to Pinellas County. He said, you gotta meet this guy named Frank, he'll help you along. Didn't know that he was known worldwide for education. He taught over 30 years, and he's still teaching. He's retired, and I tried to get him out of retirement. But he reminded me that It would be like putting an elephant through the eye of a needle to bring him out of retirement. That sounds like somebody is really enjoying it, right? All right, so we're gonna keep it moving right along. We're gonna do a little bit of Latin. Is that okay with you? So if you've been practicing those salsa lessons, this is the time to go ahead and put them into place. We're gonna do El Final del Verano. Let's give it up for our soloists one more time. Ryan Lee on the alto sax and Nicole Ordaz back there on the trumpet. Let's give it up for Cole Mackey on that piano over there.
Let's give another round of applause for Mr. K and this awesome band. Before they play their last tune, I just wanted to take a second to formally thank Mr. Knodel for what a fantastic time this has been. This is a plaque to recognize the hard work that he's put in and that these students have put in. It says Pinellas County 2018 All County Jazz. Michael Knodel, Middle School Jazz Band. Let's give him a round of applause.
All right, so can we play one more for you? Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I want to say a couple thank yous, and we're going to keep the program going. First, I want to thank Miss Jeanne Reynolds, our director. She is awesome. I thank her for this opportunity. And also, I want to thank our coordinator, Mr. Andrew Bond. He made sure everybody was comfortable and everything that we needed, he made it happen. Also want to thank all the music educators that came to the rehearsals to help the kids, because I couldn't do this by myself. Do you hear all the fine teaching that's happening in your kids' schools? This is awesome. And last but not least, I want to thank my wife. I hope she's in here, my daughter and my son. Thank you for the support. I couldn't do this without them as well. And the last big thank you, all the students, I want you to clap, not like we on a golf course. We're gonna clap for our parents, for all the private lessons, for all the instruments and all the practice you had to hear at home. Let's thank our parents. Okay, so we're gonna end our portion of the program with a tune called Avenue Swing. And we're gonna get a couple soloists to come up and we're just gonna open up, we're gonna have a good time. All right, so this is our last piece, Avenue Swing. Thank you very much. the 2018 All-County Middle School Jazz Band. Let's hear it from them.
As you remember, we're going to have a few numbers by the high school band, then vocal jazz will come up, and then high school band will finish the concert today. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our high school coordinator, Mr. Steve Harris. These coordinators do huge amounts of work, just organizing the auditions, getting music, and they just make it all run smoothly. So let me turn it over to Mr. Harris, who will introduce our clinician. Mr. Harris?
Hello, I am Steve Harris from Seminole High School, and it has been my pleasure to be the All-County High School Jazz Band coordinator this year. It is my honor to introduce to you our 2018 High School Jazz Band clinician, Mr. Peter Barenbreg. As you can see in your program, Mr. Barenbreg has extensive experience as a jazz musician and educator, especially his 20 years with the premier jazz band in the United States military, the U.S. Air Force Airmen of Note. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Peter Barenbreg.
Thank you very much. It's indeed an honor to be working with these terrifically talented students. Our opening tune was called Message from Westlake. You heard on the trumpet, Gavin Ard. Please give him a nice round of applause. On the tenor saxophone, you heard from Dylan McCann. Nice round of applause. And on the drum solos, Megan Locke. Thank you very much. Our next tune, some of you may know if you're above a certain age. How many have heard of Sonny and Cher? All right, that's a good start. All right, this is a tune that Sonny Bono composed, and it was a pop hit. It's called The Beat Goes On. But this is a little different arrangement, but I think you'll recognize the tune if you know the song. So this was arranged by Alan Baylock, amazing arranger and composer. And in this arrangement, you're going to hear from Dylan once again on the tenor. You're going to hear from Alex Malkovich on the guitar. Is that correct? I got it right? All righty. You're going to hear from Megan once again on the drums. And you're going to hear from Justin Sokolowski on the trumpet and Cole Warren on the trombone. So we have a plethora of soloists. I think you'll enjoy it. Here's The Beat Goes On. Thank you. Do you think Sonny Bono would have liked that? I think so. All right. Once again, Dylan on the tenor saxophone right here. Alex on the guitar. Megan on the drums. Cole on the trombone. And Justin on the trumpet. All right, our next one is a tune you may know. It's sort of a standard. It's called Willow Weep for Me. And it's a great showcase for David here, David Mason on the alto saxophone. And he hasn't played yet, so, you know. But he's very good. This is kind of a, I don't know if you're into music, but it's kind of a neat 12/8 kind of a greasy little ballad type thing. But it's a great vehicle for David. I think you'll enjoy it. This is Willow Weep for Me, David Mason. So the choral group is going to perform, then we'll be back in a few moments. So.
I used to be so fancy free, but really lonesome as can be. So one lucky day you came my way. I never knew what love was all about until I met you. I knew it right from the start. You never think there'd ever be a girl who'd ever care for me. Then what do you know? You made it so. I never knew what love was all about until I met you. Once we start, then we'll never part.
In my blue light, no one at all would even care if I cried. Hurting inside of my new life, I'm walking tall, I get a feeling of pride. Blow inside. And Papa, you're the reason why a lonely girl is riding high. Now who do you see? Lucky it's me. I never knew what love was all about until I met you. It's cherry pink and apple blossom white. That's right, pink and white. I'll be telling you right. Who'd ever believed her in the house of pool was such a romantic? He really was frantic. He pursued me. Let me tell you now, without a doubt, the rustic Romeo pursued me. I'm telling you, he showed me such emotion that I finally took a notion to give
When
in.
you took the notion, did you imagine his emotion ever was the kind to go for cooling? Did you think he might be jiving and only fooling? Or did you appraise it as real? Did you go for what came? Or was love in the game? If love is the answer, then you'll never ever be quite the same.
I'm sure you know that that's so. Well, I draw my heart now and bent it. Said a few sincere words, never thought I meant it. To tell you all the truth, I never ever really meant to begin it. How can you explain true love? How can I disdain true love? Love is real exciting. It's so exciting that when it turned me around, I didn't feel like fighting. It wouldn't have caught me, but as soon as I saw you, I knew this really couldn't be. But what do you know? It really was so. I'm ready for settling right down. No more running around, and that's the truth. Really the truth. Really ain't putting on no act. Really a fact. Really this ain't no time for jiving. Cause what I'm telling you really comes from this heart of mine. Let me tell you, this is another little sacrifice later. What's this thing people call love? Something nobody has too much of. This game, all misunderstand, but play it. One thing sure, love's what I'm in. Unused Cupid's bow and let it begin. That's it, let that madness start. There goes my heart, it's got me stumbling, it's got me mumbling. I'm like a ship without a rudder, a car without wheels. Unless you feel it, I can't reveal it. You had to have it happen to you to know how it feels. One thing sure, love has got me. I'm as certain can be. I'm yours till eternity. From the day that we met, when you showed on the set, I remember it yet. I was knocked out. I took one look at you, and what else could I do? I walked in and I knew there was no doubt, no doubt.
I love you, yes I sure do, yes I love you. Yes, you know it. I never understand.
Now we two become one, and we'll make it together. met you.
I never really knew what love was all about until I met you.
Good
Thank you very much. We are the All-County Vocal Jazz Ensemble. This is Kayleen, this is Alex, this is Julian, I'm Griffin, this is Monica, and that is Jennifer. And we'd like to give a very big thank you to Megan, and Mr. Stan Collins. That was a tune called Corner Pocket, and next we're going to be doing something called All the Things You Are. This next piece is called Blue Rondo a la Turk by the Swingle Singers.
Runnin', melody, runnin', a harmony, runnin', melody, harmony, melody, steadily. There's a melody I used to play counterpoint every day yesterday. Swiftly up and down I hastened and chastened my fingers and heart to play. Run a melody, run a mystery, run a melody, mystery, number of history. Taking over all my reveries, hearing passions in the melodies, play it up and down so wearily, stumbling, tumbling. follow you round and round the town. I'm calling you round and round the town. I hasten to do all the chasing you want me to. Open up an opportunity, for I know that you will be truly happy and content with me. Measure me, treasure me, pleasure me. Run and melody, run and a harmony, run and a melody, harmony, mystery, you and me. Don't you see that we were meant to be one and the same? Melody married to harmony, one and the same. Change the score, we will be evermore one and the same. Married to harmony, one and the same. Bum, ba-ba-dum, bum, ba-ba-dum. Here it comes, our symphony, measure by measure, a pleasure of melody. Harmony, you and me, in harmony, you and me. So happy we found a new rondo to end the new rondo today.
Well, this next piece that we're doing is called I Could Write a Book, and we will be performing this along with the jazz band.
If they asked me, I could write a book about the way you walk and whisper and look. I could write a preface on how we met, so the world would never forget. And the simple secret of the plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. Then the world discovers, as my book ends, how to make two lovers a friend. If they asked me, I could write a book about the way that you walk and whisper, and the way that you look. I could write a preface on how we met, so the world would never forget. Oh, and the simple secret of the simple plot, let me say it again and again, is just to tell them that I love you a lot. I could write a book about the way that you whisper and walk, and the way that you look. I I could write a preface on how we met. So the world
would never forget.
Simple secret of the simple plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. And the world will discover as my fairy tale ends how to make two lovers out of two best friends. How to make two lovers out of two best friends.
How to make two lovers out of two best friends.
That's why I say I could write a book.
Fantastic, huh? The vocal jazz group, once again. Terrific. And once again for their director, Rosemary Collins. I'm not sure where she is, but amazing. And earlier you heard Michael Knutel with the middle school jazz band. Weren't they fantastic? Yes? Great. Great. Thank you so much. In this last arrangement that we were playing with the vocal group, the vocal parts on that are from a vocal group called the New York Voices. If you want to Google them and check it out, they're totally amazing. But I'll tell you, it's very, very challenging vocally, and they killed it. So I'm really proud of them. They did a wonderful job. So congratulations to them. With our part of that particular arrangement, you heard from Johnny Lyles on the trumpet solo back here. And you heard a nice little bass solo from Megan Baker. Alrighty, we have something now called The Very Best of Times, and this was arranged and composed by Gordon Goodwin. He's an LA-based big band leader, won 4 Grammys so far, and his big band in LA is a very contemporary, high-energy big band, much like this, and they call it the Big Fat Band, P-H-A-T. It's a very, very terrific band, the best in LA in that. Anyhow, he composed and arranged this. It's kind of in the Count Basie-esque style, a little departure for what he normally does. We have a few soloists. You're going to hear from David Mason, again on the alto. You're going to hear from Michael Bragg on the piano. And you're going to hear from Gavin Art again on the flugelhorn this time, and Daniel Reichert on the tenor sax. So this is The Very Best of Times. Thank you so much. How about the saxophone section right there? And once again, our soloist, David on the alto. Michael on the piano. Gavin on the flugelhorn. Daniel on the tenor sax. Thank you so much. Our last tune is called Cold Duck Time. It's kind of funky. All righty? Oops. Hi there.
On behalf of the Pinellas County music educators, we want to express our great appreciation for the great work that you've done with our students. Thank you so much.
Oh, I didn't tell you who's going to hear playing on solos, okay? You're going to hear Michael Dodge on the baritone sax on this next tune. You're going to hear Matthew Sala on the alto saxophone on this one. You're going to hear Nicholas Love on the vibraphone. I might add, in addition to playing terrific vibraphone, he's a great Latin percussionist. He's back there playing the conga, so great job. Thank you very much. And you're going to hear David once again on the alto sax as well. All right, David. And you're going to hear Alex Malkovich on the guitar. So here's Cold Duck Time.